Stephen Limbaugh is a Limbaugh on the internet. I became introduced to somebody last night, and I was just shocked. Sleep deprivation had gotten the best of me, and I was twittering it up on the X.com. And got into an argument with somebody after watching a video that's the current like woke mind virus, upsetty spaghetti shit. Ian Miles Chong's fucking inverted fetus looking ass shared it and he's ass mad, and then other people were talking about it. And I'm going to show you the video in a second, but basically I want to show you the video without bringing up anything, and I want you to tell me what you think is wrong with the video is actually what we're going to do. So this is the video that people are complaining about, and then we're going to get into everything else in a second. Steve, I know you probably don't have anything going on in your life because you're a Failson, so just fast forward a bit. And when you see your name pop up on the screen, then you'll be relevant to the conversation. I'm pretty sure this guy's going to stop by. So this is the video. It's a very fucking common song. You probably heard this before. What is it, Dvorak or whatever? Bum, 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 bum. So, very common. What is happening in the video that is wrong? Can you guess? Oh, sorry. Probably should turn this up a bit. Sorry, this shit fucking cracks. I forgot it's like 2 minutes long. Okay. It's a girl. She's dancing too much. She's doing too much. What will proceed from here is the funniest fucking criticism I have ever heard of music in my fucking life. By joyless and untalented cunts is all I can fucking say. So I can't remember. This lady's French, right? This is Orchestre de Paris. Orchestre de Paris. Actually, I have fucking... Hey, you frog fucks in my audience. How close am I? And how much pain are you in when I try to say it? Orchestre de Paris. Orchestre de Paris. She's having a blast. This is a conductor of a major orchestra in Paris. When he's an orchestra of Paris. Paris is a city in Texas and also the country of France, which we have saved from depredation 1,000 times. France is basically America's little brother that we dote on fondly when we're not kicking our less loved brother, the UK, in the ass for being a fucking little weirdo and pretending that they do their own farming. France got the Louvre. The Louvre, all right, it's a big glass pyramid with a bunch of fucking old goddamn drawings in the basement of it. And a ton of other stuff. You got the Champs d'Elysees. Okay, it's a road with a bunch of shops on it. Okay, the Champs d'Elysees. It's a pretty known mecca. If you're conducting the fucking Paris Orchestra, you kind of made it a little bit. All right, it's no fucking London Philharmonic. It's definitely not the Cincinnati Orchestra, which fucking just clears everybody, okay? But being a part of an orchestra is a rare job, okay? A rare fucking job. It's very difficult to do. Ian Miles Chong's complaint is she's completely out of time and drawing way too much attention to herself away from the orchestra and her music. I hate this new style of conducting. First off, this is not new. The over-exuberant conductor is ancient as shit. It is like a meme in music that goes back forever. If you like, there's actually a painting. Hold on. Oh no, is that a mixologist? Anyway, I won't get into it. If you go to in 1957, fucking Mel Blanc of Warner Brothers fame, Looney Tunes, you can see old fucking Bugs Bunny, you know, and having like a lot of fun because it's great fun to see a conductor, and you know, conductors with crazy hair losing their mind, kind of going back and forth and shit, having a big blast. There's a claymation Carol of the Bells when I was a kid that has a really fun one. And I played music in school. My conductors are ranged from like pretty chill, like, you know, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, all of that little bullshit to all over the place. One of the biggest points is that everyone knows how the fucking song is played, okay? The conductor is not a fucking metronome. These people have been practicing this song forever. Orchestras are basically cover bands. Literally, they're cover bands for other people's music. Generally, this song is old as fuck. I think Dvorak, I looked this up last night, it's like early 1900s or something. Who gives a fuck? Music history can suck a dick. Either way, it's a cover band. Most people know how to play the sheets. All right, they know how to play the charts or whatever. And then the energy and the momentum and the size, all that, keeping everybody together at the same time is what the conductor does. And then you have your chairs and stuff, and it all works together. Blah blah. If you're doing a little tiny conducting, people can't see you in the back, okay? You're looking at your music, you're keeping time, and you're going up and down, left, up, down, look, right? And the conductor's just kind of a big blob over the top of your fucking sheet. You're not actually like watching them and being like controlled by them like they're the fucking motherboard of a CPU. They're part of it. They organize it. They try to get the focus on the intensity of certain sections. They do the compositions and arranging and picking whoever the fuck's going to be there. And then this is their moment to kind of like express how they arrange this up on stage while keeping everybody sort of together in the moment. Okay? No one goes to the fucking orchestra to like see the orchestra people play visibly. It's a fucking concert. If it sounds good, it's good. That's it. If the conductor conducted the orchestra and the music sounds good, that's it, buddy. It's their show. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking it. And no one is going to get distracted. If you've never actually been to a concert, this is for like literally suits. Only because this is the best view you'll ever see of a conductor as a person that's not in the fucking orchestra. Because you are on the other side of an orchestra pit, usually. There's a stage, however they're going to have it, you know, the horse show, and then you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet back and counting. And the conductor's just a little this in the middle of this big fucking U-shaped bunch of dickheads with instruments, all of whom you can't really see play, except for maybe the percussionists and the string instruments, because they got the bow, you can kind of see the motion, but like the entire brass section is just doing this. You're not watching somebody play a very visual instrument like a fucking a guitar walking around. And even guitars you can't really see. That's why the guitarist has to do jumps and shit to make it visually interesting, because it's fucking music. You go there to listen to it. If there's not some like opera or something visual set piece going on, then there's nothing to see. That's why they always have the Pink Floyd fucking observatory where they have the light show, laser light shows and shit. Because if you're not going to see fucking Pink Floyd up there, you got to look at something while you're listening to music the whole time. You get fucking bored. It's music. You put it on the background of shit. It's music. That's how music fucking works. Actually, any good modern conductor assimilates their orchestra into the hive mind brood. They're right. She should not be moving. She should be clopping all over them to keep them in the hive mind. Yeah, she should be feeding them her royal honey. Conductors point at you and tell you to get louder. I mean, basically. Something about them, arms flapping around includes the audience in the experience. Yeah, I don't know. It's literally nothing. I can't imagine judging a performance of music by anything other than the music first and then arriving at something else. If it sounds good, I don't give a shit. If she was ass fucking naked and it still sounded good, I wouldn't care. Like it's also it's Dvorak. Like it's ancient as fuck. Okay, this is not even close to the 1,000th time this song has been played. Okay, it was old when my grandparents were born. You know what I mean? Like it had been around a minute. So like, no. And throw cymbals at people according to Hollywood. Yeah, that's jazz band conductor. That actually does happen. Rob Ford, thank you for the gifted subscription. But basically, these people are fucking ass mad. And during this, I found one of my new favorite people who I'm actually I gotta follow him because I'm gonna start cyber stalking his endeavors. Yeah. One Stephen Limbaugh. Is there more than one woke Fallout guy? Yes, there's many. So this is the whole thing. We scroll down here. It's clear you've never been in an orchestra or band because this is completely normal. It really just is. I've seen orchestras play. There's people that are going to be more and less exuberant than this woman, and that's just the case. I don't know. You can just go look at fucking videos of other people conducting orchestras, and some people are pretty chill. Some people are a little bit extra. Some people do whole things. Men, women, they fucking leave the conductor spot and like go and like I've seen like they leave their fucking podium and then they go and they're like next to the people and then like they walk around and shit. It's a show. They're being showmen and women. Like I really just can't hammer that home enough. If you just want to hear the music, like buy a fucking CD. You know what I mean? Or just close your eyes. I mean, imagine trying to tell a blind person that this sucked. You're in the front. You got your fucking buddy there. He's like, hey, fucking vibing out, doing a little blind. Like, this music fucking cracks, dude. What is this Dvorak? This shit fucking goes. And you're just sitting next to him while he's fucking having the time of his life. You're like, no, dude, this is horrible. Oh, what? What's going on? What do you mean? I can't. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, dude. Yeah, there's a fucking woman conductor and she's just moving a lot. She's what? What is it making the song? The song sounds good. What am I can't do. Yeah, if you could see right now. I know I brought you to the fucking orchestra, blind guy, but if you could see right now what I'm seeing, you would be horrified. Thank God for blinding you, my blind friend, from this fictional moment. Thank God himself in heaven that he has struck the light from your eyes, lest this moment be ruined for you by witnessing this self-absorbed bitch on stage dancing a bit while music is playing, which is, as most people know, the worst thing to possibly happen when music plays is that someone physically responds to the music. Blind guy, like, am I moving too much? Like, yeah, you can't tell because you're blind, but you're moving way too much. It's just fucking absurd, dude. It is so fucking absurd. During all this, I met one of my new favorite people. Okay, and I'm gonna have to go. So this is one of the responses. I'm pretty sure I was the one who kicked this off and know a lot more about the topic than you do. To the person who's like, actually, this is fucking fine. She sucks as a conductor. Objectively, it literally necessitated the concertmaster having to give the orchestra cues. So this is Stephen Limbaugh, my new favorite person and yours. He's a Failson of the Rush Limbaugh family of brands and products. Okay. This I had to go do. This is possible inbreeding alert. Possible inbreeding alert. We have Bluth level fucking name repetition. So this guy's Stephen Limbaugh, right? Which is he's actually like Stephen Limbaugh the Third. Okay, they replicate. All right, they polyp off of each other like so many amoeba. He is a nephew, I think it is, to Rush Limbaugh, the racist from the radio. Rush Limbaugh is not Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh from the radio is actually Rush Limbaugh the Third. Okay? Rush Limbaugh is his grandfather, who is Rush Limbaugh 1, all right? Kind of like Leto Atreides 2. He was a conservative judge in Missouri, I believe it was, and lived for like 106 years. And from his loins were spawned out a series of additional judges that all kind of held the same area. And one notorious racist guy, Rush Limbaugh, who everybody was happy when he died. Steve, if you didn't know that, no one likes your uncle except for, like, you know, sex predators, which is you're probably fine with. A series of these Failsons eventually ended up in Steven getting shit out. Now, Steven's the failure of the family. His brother is the judge or something of that nature. He's a high level, maybe the attorney, I can't remember, but he's a high level politician in Clay County, Missouri. He's a man of note. Steven is his failure of a fucking brother who pays people to play his music that sucks. He's fucking awesome. You are about to look at somebody who is so fucking far up their own ass that they're indiscernible from any common day-to-day fucking West Coast lib. I think he actually lives in Los Angeles. This picture is the best you'll ever see him looking. Yes, he does look like the sadomasochistic stalker from You. He does look like Joe from You. Only here, when you actually see him in his native habitat, he's a little bit more chinned up. He's got the Kendall Roy nepo baby chin. He's got the Failson, the Failson quadruplet. Dude, we're about to get in here. We're about to fucking get into this. So he's upset. I'm pretty sure I was the one who kicked this off. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Okay. So he says that you're wrong. He provides as a source that you're wrong about this orchestra conductor. Nothing to do with orchestra conducting. He just shares a video of him playing Rachmaninoff. Rachmaninoff 3. I don't fucking care. I'm not a fan. I listen to this shit in the background when I'm writing. It sounds like shit. Weak left hand, and this is going through the motions. This is one of the reasons this dude's fucking awful at music. This is an issue that a lot of like failed theater kids, rich people's kids with a modicum of like, you know, talent, i.e. they actually just practiced when they were a child, they fall into this where they have mastered something that requires mid to high amount of technical skill, but they don't fucking understand what is and isn't good at it. So like if they play through it, it's just fucking like it's like a player piano that the regulator spring is like broken in, right? And it's just fucking lurches through the song. It will not inspire any level of love for the music. Also, I know it seems like it's hard. The real point is it's basic bitch shit, right? Like you practiced your instrument. Now you can play the solo from One. You can play Eruption. You can play Steve Vai, but it doesn't mean that like you're good. It's hard to fucking make it make sense if you've never been in music. But like I knew people that could play the fucking Flight of the Bumblebee as a trumpet part in high school. That whole fucking thing. I knew people that could do it on trombone. It's just being good. It's basic talent. It also just does not equate to knowing about how to run an orchestra. It just literally doesn't. It's kind of like saying like, oh yeah, man, I know a lot about being a touring like top level rock act. Here's me playing a fucking Rush song. You know what I mean? Like this is me playing fucking Tom Sawyer on drums alone. Boom, 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 boom. Like it's so audacious as a fucking sued thing to do that it's like shocking. but I know it will like warp some people's brains because he's playing the piano really good. Like, he didn't even play a piano part from this song that's going on. You know what I mean? Like, his piano part is nothing to. It's not even it's not even the same composer. So it's not even like you're showing that you know a lot about the composer. You just played a completely different fucking song. I don't like how this cover band is playing The Trees by Rush. Check it out. This is how I play Santeria from fucking Sublime. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't follow. And so I was like, I bet I could fuck with this guy. And I fucked with him. And we're going to go down the road, okay? This is Rush Limbaugh's he's Rush Limbaugh 1's great grandson. And I think he's Rush Limbaugh 1's great nephew or nephew. Something like that. I don't know. His dad is a Steve, not a Rush. Steve and Limbaugh, by the way, if you are critical of... If you are critical of one of my piano videos and your argument includes a statement about how you went to Berkeley, that is immediately disqualifying, like arguing over astrophysics with someone that went to University of Phoenix. What? Why? Did he go to like did he go to fucking Juilliard or something? What in the fuck? Oh my god. Untalented people. God. The rich people pay for credentials. This is the thing we're going to get. Rich people pay for credentials while being unable to do whatever the fuck it is they're supposed to do. And they'll put the receipts ahead of any actual talent, okay? Just like, this is fucking insane. It's awesome. I wouldn't be so sure that's what the concertmaster is doing. Don't forget he would be in charge of the bowing for the strings. Makes sense. He'd make his movements slightly bigger at those points to keep everyone together. At 11 seconds in, he faces the orchestra to give them the time, not bowings, which would already be marked up for this orchestra. I feel like every time this guy, he does like Reddit spacing. He does Reddit spacing and also green text. So this dude's like extremely fucking online, like god tier fucking extremely online. This is disqualifying from being paid attention. If you don't know what this is with the double spaces like this is disqualifying from being taken seriously on 4chan. Reddit spacing. But every one of his little gaps, I feel like in his mind, maybe you hear like sitcom, whoa, like fucking canned-in reactions. Also throughout, you can see the viola principal checking him for the time since the conducting is indiscernible. This really isn't disputable. It absolutely is. It's a fucking you can. Okay, break it down for us. Tell us what you specifically see the concertmaster doing at 11 seconds to give the whole orchestra the time. He fucking puts it in green text. That's what these little carrots are for. Turns in his seat to face the orchestra. Happens 2 bars before trumpet entrance. 4 tutti quarter notes with a large gesture establishing tempo. Subsequent bar. 1 before trumpets enter as eighths in cello, bassoons, etc. While firsts trill. Meaning that the previous was the place to lock in tempo. Holds instrument higher so that back row can see more clearly. So he turns in his seat and holds his violin higher. What a fucking dude. Stephen Limbaugh, you fucking sued. That's all you're basing your assumption on? I'm aware of what happened in the score, so that's not what I asked. So that's it. He literally says he turns to face the orchestra, and then all of this is just literally describing what the fuck's going on, and then an assumption. And then holds instrument higher so the back row can see more clearly. Assuming. These are all assumptions, too. You know what I mean? Like, okay. You could ask the guy. If you were actually like, if you were a person of note, that's the crazy part. If you were a person of note, like in the orchestra scene, you could reach out to the other orchestra because you'd have like credentials. Like it's a small world in performance art. So like there's not that many concert pianists. There's not that many concert violinists, especially at that level. If you were a person of note, you could just reach out and ask them. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what were you going? What was going on like that? You can't because no one knows who the fuck he is. But wait, it gets better. What happens in the score is materially relevant. It doesn't sound like you have any knowledge or experience at all of how an orchestra operates. Could you even guess the piece I'm playing above without asking someone else? No, because you're arguing in bad faith. It's a literal bad faith argument. Dude has a literally just goes on a non sequitur argument. Just non sequitur. I don't know if you can tell me how an orchestra operates if you can't name this random piano concerto, assuming you played it correctly and well, from memory. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? It's just the putting, like, I'm sorry, but if you don't understand this trivia off rip, then you are discounted from talking. Like, you could just hear the fucking Big Bang Theory, like, just all around it. This shit is fucking fire. Like, how the fuck would you cue the back rows with a whole note trill, dipshit? Like, literally, if you don't understand that the concertmaster / leader would be giving cues as well as a conductor at times, I'd maybe avoid playing in a professional orchestra. Your head will explode. Here's me playing with a professional orchestra. Go fuck yourself. This is actual mad. Understand, you're experiencing the roller coaster. I know it was a lead up. This is actual fucking mad. So what he plays is this. My arrangement, the Star Spangled Banner. I guess he means of, because it's not his arrangement, thus, but it's somebody, Francis Scott Key. This is the American National Anthem. This is the worst arrangement of this song I've ever heard, and one of the worst fucking orchestral arrangements I think I've also just ever heard. It is unfucking believably amateur and tasteless, like psychotically. I'm probably gonna get fucking claimed for this, so check the video after the fact. This guy's definitely fucking. I'm the only person listening to this today. Understand that. This guy's talking all of this game. I am the only person listening to this fucking song. He might actually respond with a, I checked my, I don't know if you understand this, but I checked my fucking total views and it says that I got some in Sweden. This is him.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
I don't know how it is possible to combine the Star Spangled Banner and fucking the Lion King, but this guy somehow pulled it off, because that is the fucking Lion King swell from the Simba. Okay, let me just, okay, hold on. Listen. But father, I don't know if I'm ready. Simba, your time is now. You must return to Pride Rock. It's complete fucking dog shit. What? It's the easiest song. If you just put up one fucking asshole, it just works. There's 10 million fucking arrangements of this song. He just completely changes the way it sounds and makes it muddy as fuck. If you're watching the video, you can tell you like so much. There's too much happening. Okay, this is a mixing thing, which we'll get into. The mix on this is fucking awful. You cannot hear most of the instruments, and I'm not fucking around with like bullshit fucking sound equipment. Okay, I have everything you would need to hear most music, and this is the fucking file that he put out. So you have to understand. Okay, you wanted me to listen to it. This is your fucking end result. I'm not going to download the full .wav. Fucking link that if you think it needs to be listened to be heard that well. the mix is just not planned out ahead. I can tell that the fucking mics are all over the place. I think there's either 3 or 4 mics on the fucking orchestra as a whole, just listening off raw. Like it might be a fucking it also might be just an XY fucking just a spectral fucking big pickup. It's fucking insane how all over the place is. The chorus sounds like shit. I don't think the arrangement's very good, but the chorus is mid-heavy as fuck, and it's a lot, I think, probably because of the arrangement. They're really relying on a lot of mid-tonal male voices, and there's a bunch of them singing at the exact same time as all these mid-tone fucking instruments are playing. So it's just soup. Just literally noise soup. Everything's just fucking canceling each other out, and the fucking like violin parts are eating them up, and then the fucking drums are eating up everything because it's the only thing that's got anything in the fucking higher the higher hertz on the fucking EQ. It is fucking ridiculous. It smells Republican as fuck. It's very Republican. Okay. So like the mix for the female parts right there, they have the male and female voices separated. They're like all the way in the left phase of my ear, like all the way far left. But they're vocalists, right? And they're not an accompanying vocal, but they're mixed like an accompanying vocal would be. So like they're in my left ear, they're real soft. And there's supposed to be someone right here, like on the phase, right here. I think that's a lead. There's no lead at all. The closest thing to a lead or anything in the range of a lead tone is a fucking snare drum. So all I can hear through this entire time is the most uninspired pseudo-military fucking snare, just like, bro, you could have just fucking thrown that in FL Studio real quick and come up with the same fucking result. It is rough. Yeah, they're like right here. But then sometimes I'm getting some bleed, but not a lot. I think it's just reverb. I think I'm getting like natural reverb bleed into my right ear, which is what makes me think that the mixing was crazy. The miking was crazy. I think they just did a fucking spectral, like my Zoom mic has a big panning, it's a wide instead of like cardioid direct like this to try to pick up something or shotgunned, which is what you want to do if you want to try to isolate these parts and actually mix them. I think they mic'd on a fucking like a big wide like that. So you're hearing also a little bit of the reverb from them in the spread as they get louder and quieter into the rest of the mic, which they didn't cut out for some reason. Or I don't know if they maybe needed to fucking, maybe needed to narrowize that or something a bit, but it's still muddy because they're all singing like the same tone. It's just mush, right? It's like when you play a fucking guitar and use too much whole neck chord instead of just like power chords or something. That's the reason you use power chords, so that you don't fucking eat up the entire center of the spectrum, which is what makes stuff muddy as fuck. It's just muddy as shit the entire time because it's a solo piece and he tried to not do the solo piece because it's one of the hardest things to sing like at all, period. That's why it's kind of like, oh, this person's going to sing the national anthem. It might be a train wreck because it's so hard to hit the and the red all the way up there. You gotta have fucking pipes, and they're not letting anybody stand out here, and they're giving way too much attention. Oh, this guy's apparently some right-wing dude, by the way, on bassoon. They give him a shout out. It's actually right here. Yeah, Mike Benz Cyber is on this. He's an executive director, FFO Freedom, former State Department cyber, author of the unpublishable monstrosity Weapons of Mass Destruction, Foundation for Freedom Online. So I don't know. He got, what is this? protecting digital libraries, telling the story of online censorship, fighting to win back the golden age of the internet. Okay, so that's who this guy is. He's also in there. And conquer we must. So I don't know. Is this? This is the weirdest part of this whole thing. The second through fourth verses are not commonly performed. Okay, yeah. So they got all this extra shit. We're gonna fucking hear all that goddamn extra fucking song. It's already long enough. But I guess we're paying extra attention to this one for some fucking reason. I don't know if this is loud enough for everybody, by the way. When our cause it is just, and this be our motto in God. God, okay, yeah, that actually is too loud because it's fucking the whole fucking spectrum. So this guy gets like 2 seconds to try to be a soloist, and then they just let the fucking entire chorus eat his part. They just devour the soloist raw. They just eat him completely right here. And this be our motto. And I know I'm gonna keep playing some more of it, but yeah, they just devour him. But also his performance doesn't stand out, and it doesn't feel like the background is supporting the soloist. This happens throughout the entirety of this piece, where we just stumble from part to part to part to part. I can't play it all the way through because I got to add a bunch of commentary to it. But like, fucking, what is the point of having a soloist if you're not even gonna let them finish like more than like a couple fucking bars? They're the lead singer. Like, let the lead singer take a fuck. You need a lead. You need a lead. God damn it. Like, now we're going to have an entire chorus and an entire orchestra and the whole fucking thing playing. I don't think I've even barely heard the dipshit that made this arrangement with his fucking piano right in the front play a single note. It looks like he's been playing the whole time. Maybe there's something in there. I think I've heard a few plinking notes throughout the entirety of it. This little girl, maybe has been singing the whole time. She is gone. She could barely handle the intro. Barely handle the intro. She fucking not even really singing it. Kind of just like, okay, all right, you survived. You survived the intro to the song. Now they have her transposed against 100 fucking people back here. And the entirety of the fucking orchestra. And you can barely hear the fucking words because everybody's fucking so like out of phase that like it's all gibberish. Look, if you listen in your right ear and you like focus hard if you're wearing headphones on this, it doesn't sound like even piano. I'm giving it piano, but it sounds like the fucking bells. Xylophone maybe. I can't quite pick it up. Boom, 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 boom. It's horrible. Pointless fucking addition because I have a chorus of people literally yelling at the entire thing. Why did he just do that? Like, do you see this? This guy fucking, he swears by this mix. What? We're gonna get upset with each other. Look at all of the fucking instruments that are playing and listen to this with actual, like, I got some serious monitoring headphones on. See if you can hear a fucking one of them. This dude's beating this piano's pussy to death and I can't hear a single fucking note. Watch him, he's right here. Nothing. The most frustrating part is this ends with cannons and somebody's trying to give him a fucking, the. They're trying to talk about like it's great like that. That shit slaps because it's on beat and builds anticipation for really loud noise. It's really cool. Fucking, it's very awesome. This is just sound effect. This is like you can do this. I don't know. I don't know if they actually made explosions, but they're off time. They're just randomly thrown in. You could just do this with an electric keyboard. Get your Casio instead of 2 gunshot, and then just start slamming the fucking board wherever you get a feel for it. Look, this girl's singing. Just the worst. One of the worst compositions for that song I have ever heard. It's this guy's crowning glory. It is his evidence that he's played with an orchestra. Found out later, he put all this together and more than likely paid an actual orchestra to do this. I don't even know what fucking orchestra it is, or if they just, I would not be surprised, jammed a fucking like a choir and then a few different accompanying instruments, or maybe just dragged people together and had them just play it. Horrible, but you've experienced it now. Let's fucking let's back it off. Okay, this is me getting him. It's just fucking dude is not happy with me after this minute. I stand behind my assessment of this by about 10 billion %. I can observe your inability to mix the fucking music. I can literally watch. I can watch you play instruments that provide nothing to the sound and can't be heard. I can barely. You need fucking. You need closed captions so that you can understand what any of your fucking choir are singing at any given time, which can happen. But like you're supposed to be like there's a point to choirs, okay? The choir's all over. I don't think they fucking practice this very much together, or you just arranged it so fucking badly that they're fucking all over the place and just going out of phase and creating like bad noise, which is part of that's why arranging is hard. That's why conductors are kind of cool, right? The conductors work with everybody. You're like, you make sure that it doesn't sound like shit. It's why like making all of those instruments together, putting them all together and playing them is hard, okay? Because it's like, oh, I have all these people. They don't all have to be making noise at the same time. You can actually just have 1 or 2 people playing, and it's quite good. If you've ever heard Swan Lake, pretty fire, not consistent and endless bombast. It actually lets the fucking piece breathe a bit. If you don't believe me, just go watch John Mayer's like little masterclass or whatever the fuck on how to do solo arranging. The piano is more mixed down than the bass on Metallica's and Justice for All. Yeah, is it? I literally can't off the top of my head remember what the fucking piano sounds like on Justice for All. Kind of a muddy composition. Also, playing with an orchestra doesn't really mean one's a member of the orchestra, right? This is never addressed. Also, it's true. Because you say, I would be a concert pianist with the fucking orchestra, I'm lead piano, I'm whatever, this, that, and the other. But he is not. Buddy, LOL, come on, dude, be serious. Conrad Pope signed off on the orchestration, and it was mixed by Dennis Sands. I had to look these names up. The people he's mentioned are billion-year-old fucking Hollywood music guys, okay? Conrad Pope, I believe, he's written like the scores to like 1 billion fucking films. This guy, you're gonna find out, he writes music scores to like dog shit conservative movies that fucking next to nobody watches. Maybe one normal movie that's coming out, but like this is boogers, ass boogers. And Dennis Sands is a guy that similarly has mixed a bunch of stuff. I've actually watched Dennis Sands tutorials on what was I specifically watching? I think I was watching his tutorials on fuzz forever ago. I recognized the guy the second I turned him on. I was like, oh, you know what I mean? They're good, but I don't think that Dennis Sand was working with the high quality ingredients, okay? Or probably gave a fuck about this, because I don't think he's going to stake his professional reputation on some Failson's arrangement of the Star Spangled Banner. Fuzz, yeah, it's a post-processing effect. If you play it, it's like a type of overdrive. It just so like terrible example. If you listen to a lot of like the White Stripes, Jack White uses a lot of fuzz in his guitar noises, like kind of like it's just fuzz. It literally is just fuzz. I don't know how to say that. It's kind of like white noise subtracted from the signal. I can't remember the specific engineering thing behind it, but I just know how it sounds when you put it on. The way to mix fuzz in without destroying your mainline signal and making it still sound nice is what I was following. I think he was mixing a Muse song. It might not have been Raw, but he was mixing fucking mixing the guitar part for a Muse song. I think it might have been Knights of Sidonia. I don't know if he was doing it for the actual album release, but that's like what he had up, and he had the stems for it. So it was just and so like that's the guitar part, and then the fuzz is getting added on after that, and so it's just and you're just showing like how to mix it up and maintain the original signal so that you don't get everything lost and it doesn't just sound like it's audio engineering shit. It's fucking boring as fuck. But yeah, he said like literally I paid for this to sound good. I don't even know what he means by fucking signed off on the music, which is just such a weird thing. Like he didn't help it or put it together. He just like, hey, is this good? And then the guy went, yeah, man. Quite muddy. It's a song known for excellence in solo performance, but you filled in all those delicate edges with all these fatty choral bits. There's no true through line in the piece. It just sort of stumbles through a mess of ideas and then cannons. Mad. After officially angry. And Reddit spacing at me. How dare you? How dare you fucking Reddit post like this, you animal? Probably one of the most idiotic takes I've ever heard on any piece of music ever. So bad it might mean you're some sort of click farm /AI /account network. Song known for its excellence in solo performance is something a gainfully employed musician would never utter except as a joke. Why? This is none of these statements are ever explained. Like I don't know who he's talking to that's a gainfully employed musician, like shooting this shit with. You know what I mean? Like, it's a song known for its excellence in solo performance. I don't know, like the aria from the fucking Magic Flute. I have hell in my heart or whatever the hell it is. I can't remember the fucking translation from the German, but you know what I mean? Like that the Night Queen's aria is fucking, you know, that whole fucking thing. It's known for its excellence in solo performance. Like that's like, oh, okay, this bitch about to work. Like that's the thing. If you go to modern theater, you know, you go to Wicked or whatever, and it's the fucking Touching Air or whatever. I don't you fucking people. I swear to God. But it's a very difficult song, right? And if you can nail it, that's the deal. Like, okay, you have to really be good at this. You have to show excellence in solo performance to hit it. A male version would be hitting the entire Marriage of Figaro. You know what I mean? That entire high speed Italian. That's two Mozarts. Mozart's very about the solo work, which is why probably he's really well known. No one's ever gonna know about Steve. But anyway, it's just such a normal like point to make in my mind, you know, that it's a shocking response, like gainfully, like the unemployed magician or the unemployed musicians would probably agree, you know, absolutely psychotic. A real musician doesn't even know what a solo is. Carmen from the Habanera, yeah. There's literally 2 vocal solos, but that's not even the worst oversight. I said excellence in solo performance, so I didn't say there weren't solos. I said it's a song known for being for excellence in solo performance because somebody sang it so well. The times in which they occur is textbook opening, then right before the modulation. Did your dumbass even know catch was a seamless modulation? Did your dumbass even know catch was a seamless modulation? Catch where there was a seamless modulation? No, because it's mud. Mud is awesome in that it is always seamless unless there's a drought, and then you can see the cracks in it. There was no need for seamlessness in this because this had no disparate parts that were held apart by some significance in quality and structure that I was like, wow, I can't believe you tied those together. It's like, yeah, you stitched together a fucking corpse patchwork of different ideas and then threw it out there. I guess I can't really tell where one part ends and one part begins. If that's what you consider quality, then congratulations. You're the human centipede guy, but for the national anthem. Bully for you. What the fuck? He's so mad, dude. He's fucking pissed. I don't even know like what modulation he means. That's the fucking hard part about this. What do you even mean by this? Because it's such, the fucking piece is so gibberish. I don't even know what specific modulation he fucking means. I could be lost. Okay, you owned me. Okay, I can't tell what the fuck you mean by a seamless modulation of this piece. Was it X or Y modulation? How about that one? Was the seamless modulation just where your X and Y axis is just literally attached to the fucking 2 microphones you had recording this, and the seamless modulation was you dragged the fucking Y straight down, or better yet, pushed it away from the little girl into the fucking chorus where it sat the entire time? God damn it. Fatty choral bits. The break to a full 4-part harmony doesn't occur until the ending. Most is unison or 3-part. 4 parts pretty fucking generous. Harmony is generous, but also, and I'll say this later, I said bits, like the whole thing. Through line, it's a single melody that goes through various permutations. Okay. Here's the thing. It's one of the most recognizable songs on earth because it's played every time we win a fucking gold medal at the Olympics and every time we play sports. So as Americans go, I fucking know that goddamn tune inside and out of my head, even though I can never for some reason remember the fucking words to the thing. I know how the melody goes because I've drunkenly stood in 1,000 stadiums and fucking you know what I mean? You completely changed it and you took away the lead aspect of it to let it fucking flounder among a sea of disconnected voices that didn't make it into the mix. 4-part and then a 3-part harmony. What does that even mean? It's a whole fucking chorus. It didn't sound. You can't even fucking separate it. How would I even know? I'm glad you told me how many parts are in it because it just sounds like fucking gibberish. Because of the notes that you chose relative to the fucking tenor that these people can put out, it doesn't build. It just fucking collapses. The entire audio signal is just a fucking mush. It just collapses immediately. Or, I don't know, maybe it sounds good if you don't put it on fucking Twitter, but you did. So, suck a dick. I don't know what to tell you. Now, I guess I'll wait for the full CD release Fucking wait, when are you gonna put this on fucking when are you gonna press this? When am I gonna get this on vinyl? My response, I got a little peppery. I got a little New Yorker with this. Fatty coral bits, plural, as in all of them. And I suppose stumbling is something of a permutation of walking, yes, but you're not really making your case here. Every amateur swears they followed the recipe when the dish is served to displeasure, lol. You take a fucking white glove off and slap the fucking second chin off this dipshit. Also, your soloist sections were bizarre. Hallmark card, cutesy kid singer who barely has the wind for her part, and then a meandering operatic bit in the middle, both of which utterly failed to lead the moment. Why were those decisions made without consulting the manual? LOL. As in, don't. Literally, this guy is doing the fucking lefty thing of, do you even read theory? But like for music, and not well. I don't know. I wish he would have gone just all the way, gone just completely off the fucking reservation. Like, did you not catch the cleanness of the Mixolydian split there? I switched from a very light Aeolian overtone to try to get the super heroism of the moment in check. And when I dipped down into the snare parts, that was supposed to bring a brutalist and military nature to it. As I dipped down into yet another fucking mode. What the fuck? The only mode of this is the commode. That's all I gotta say about this fucking music. We're going. This is the best part. This was mad. This is obliteration. I like that when he's trying to be a smart fuck and prove a point, he does Reddit. And then when he's trying to be a sassy boy, he does fucking 4chan green text posting, which is bonkers. It's a bonkers thing to catch. I just don't. I was made for this. Like, have you been on Mew sharing your horrible fucking opinions on Father John Misty? This is the guy that this guy's entire contribution to a Mew thread is like being immortalized as a guy that says, I don't think James Brown was the hardest working man in show business. Oh my God. But he gets mad as fuck. Plays Rock 3. This is, by the way, this is green posting. This is literally green text quote, green text posting. Plays Rock 3. He's talking about himself. His claim that he knows what the fuck he's doing is, I recorded myself just meandering my way through this fucking Rachmaninoff concerto that literally no one gives a fuck about because better music has been made. Just better fucking piano parts that are more interesting have been made, and people know those better. You know what I mean? I would have honestly had more respect for you if you had like a really like sweetheart version of like Trois Gymnopédies or whatever, how Three Gymnasts from fucking Eric Satie. If you would have played that well, because I like that song, I would have fucking cared at all. You know what you should play that would actually fit your vibe, Steven, is The Entertainer. That's like really your thing. I feel like you get a lot more views. It fits the general seriousness of your character. Just hop in Isn't that like more your speed? You'd have to swing a bit. It's too black. He wouldn't be able to do it. He doesn't have the swing. His hips are too stiff. His hips are too stiff for the fucking Entertainer. Bum 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 bum. I want to hear it so bad now. Oh my God. I wonder if he's played it. Let me finish this off. I'm going to see if he's played it. Highlights collaborations with top talent in the world. A Dennis Sands mix. Muddy. Seriously? LOL. Like, yeah, man. Professionals fuck up and also just don't give a shit sometimes. Not everybody puts out their best work every time. He said I paid for a Dennis Sands mix. Okay. That's a weird thing to respond to all of the criticism with. Points out verbiage inconsistent with that of coherent musical criticism. Not. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Coherent. What, did you not fucking understand me? I pointed out what you fucking did, and I said it sounds like ass. It kind of sounds like shit. If the one statement, we're gonna focus on the one statement instead of all the other ones. Never returns to. Why did you say you were in? You know, like you said you were in a orchestra, but you were kind of just there near them, and also your playing didn't really make it into the mix. Is that why Dennis Sands is so good? Despite the dog shit fucking composition he had to work with, he had the presence of mind to just pull your fucking piano completely out of your song. Dennis Sands is really good. He said there was something that was just not quite right about this. And, you know, I know it's not perfect, but he removed the not quite right part. Dennis Sands is drinking like 4 people away. He goes, I removed him playing the piano. It was horrible. You thought about that? Like, Steven, please, if you see this, respond to, why can't I hear you play the piano in your own song? And did Dennis Sands do that on purpose? Because that's got to be the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. It's like Death Clock cutting out fucking William Murderface. No, none of your bass has been on any of the albums. Yeah, we haven't put you on an album in about any album. Yes, the one time we have bass, I'm playing it. But instead, you're the dude. You're the only guy. This is your whole fucking thing. You showed up. You threw a pageant for yourself and still lost. It's the fucking most fire shit I've ever heard in my life. I think you get a little bit at the beginning. You get, motherfucking dude. Mid fucking composers love they love trills. I don't know why. You fucking throw a trill everywhere. When one cannot melody, one swells and trills. That's what you do. No sense for fucking flow, narrative. No sense for how to make something catchy or rhythm. When you can't do that, swells and trills. Because it's just one note or 2 notes. You're kind of a one note composer. You're a one chord composer. If you really think about it, listen to this again later and just pay attention to how much of the fucking entire composition are parts that are basically just like additions and anywhere else. It's just fucking relentless. It's trills and swells again and again and again and again with next to no actual melody, no lead melody at least over the top. It's just the fucking like, it's like literally just the left hand of the piano the entire time. And then like an unserious and uncertain dabbling with the right hand, a confused dance around the fucking C6 section of the fucking keyboard. Oh, tremendous, dude. I swear to God, rich kids should be shot into the fucking sun. Sees in bio interlocutor is some loser pothead Reddit face who has an opinion. LOL. Zoink Scoob. He also does like really bad Scooby-Doo voices. Yeah, dude, there's nothing. You try the most soy thing in the world, the most literally soy thing to possibly do is to fucking green text post when you're trying to be a edgy baby. And then fucking I can scroll up and literally see you do Reddit spacing. I'm from that fucking world, fuck boy. I know what you're just the cringiest shit in the world. Like, if you weren't a fucking Failson, I would think you're actually pretty fucking funny trying to get away with it. But this is just serious. You filmed yourself playing that bad. You either have to be at Sam Hyde levels of trolling to pull this off, or just be one of the most unfathomably like bone deep cringe individuals that have ever fucking existed. Just going from fucking Reddit spacing to green text alone is just fucking 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. If you were poorer and had a fucking drama show, you'd be on fucking Beckett of Crab's goddamn program every other fucking week. Oh. Oh, did I fucking accidentally click off of that? There you go. So anyway, yeah, he says these, and then I kind of fucking ended it. Was that rack 3? I got mean at this point. Was that rack 3? I couldn't tell. Random high schoolers on TikTok tend to play it cleaner. I'm sure Mr. Sands did the best with what he was given in regards to the mixing. Of course, certainly you'd know the one way to correctly describe your own music, what with nobody else writing about it. Instead, you gave incoherent fucking music criticism. This is my favorite. This one takes a second in my mind. Certainly you know the one way to correctly describe your own music, what with nobody else writing about it. Laughing at your own jokes. Hey, man, probably me and you were both in the same boat, right? Mad. Oh, and then just like this fucking random cuck. I don't know if you know this, but you're not being very convincing. You have been mean to a sad boy. Like, all right, yeah, thank you. But goddamn, man. God, this shit is just fucking tremendous. And so I looked this guy up. And he's just a series of just like cringe existences. If you actually search his name, you see all of the more like esteemed versions of him that exist, like his parents and his great grandparents. It's fucking monstrous. Composer, here we go. He released his debut album Pants a while ago, I guess. Here we go. Okay. So you see stuff like this, like Steve Limbaugh, incredible piano solo, and you kind of like go to it, and it's a Pinterest thing, and I think it was actually written by him. All of his pianos have his fucking name down the side of them. Like they all say Limbaugh on the side, because like if it wasn't for the Limbaugh name, nobody would know who the fuck this guy is. Well, more the Limbaugh wealth, more like. But goddamn, he's just a bit of a shit talker. The Beldam. These are the things he's written movie or music. These are the movies he's written music for. I guess he's got free time. The Plot Against the President. The Beldam. I like this poster. Oh, 6.4 out of 10. Oh no. Directed and written by Angela Gullner. She looks like any random chick that you would see on Yellowstone. She's my age. Ramsey, Minnesota. Okay, yeah. She was known for Glow, Binge, and Single Parents. Has been married to Mark Meir. Is this the Beldam? Beldam. I don't know what the fuck even is this. Fuck is it about? A struggling new mother fights a generations-old presence lurking within her family home, threatening her safety, her sanity, and the life of her infant child. That's called The Babadook. We already had that one, except for it wasn't an infant child. It was a little older. Got a lot of big names in this one, though. This is huge. A lot of really fucking huge names in here. Big fucking goddamn big names. I'm surprised. Fucking hell yeah, Steve. You're making it, man. I'm sure I'm not going to be the biggest platform talking about your work this week. But if you guys want to check him out, he's a little smaller than me. He's smaller. God damn it. He's a bit of a smaller creator than me. He's got his little 5.41K. A little smaller than his cousin, Rush. Much more notable guy. A little less presence than his brother. But he's very particular about piano. You get a little fucking somebody took a picture of him on top of this Limbaugh. Now, you got to pay for this picture yourself if no one's trying to make you fucking famous. You can see he's got a series of pianos. I don't know. Somebody tell me, are these expensive or what? In different places. Limbaugh down the side of it. He's got this whole like fucking deal. Playing a lot of the same fucking music again and again. But man, just a fun guy. Just a fucking fun guy to make fun of. There's some pretty decent views here though. There and there. Rock on and off moment number 4. That must be his like go-to, huh? Everybody has one guy they like. Don't forget his American flag pants. Yeah. Oh man. I got a B in music theory in middle school. It's a pretty advanced course for a middle schooler. When one cannot melody, one swellities. Based. He was in an orchestra pit but ran out of characters. Oh. But man, I just wanted to make fun of this guy. He is perfect. Failson of a political dynasty basically existing in the fucking middle space where like we can't find anyone good, but apparently Rush Limbaugh's cousin of some sort. He's got a lot of free time and he's like a mid fucking composer, so he can make some fucking movie music for us. Like very cool, very awesome. I wonder how hard he worked to get there. It's good that he put his fucking name on the piano before he got famous so that everybody would figure out who he was. Normally you have to like become someone that, you know, that everyone gives a shit about before you get your name on the piano, because it's like a big, like a set piece thing. You know, if you ever heard that there's like this guy, Elton John, you know, he might have a like Elton on his piano, which is kind of like cool because he's Elton John, you know. You may have heard of him. If you're Steve Limbaugh, I'm fucking twisting the knife on this poor bastard. It's a bit much, but yeah. This is just the fucking height of sued shit. Just the cringiest fucking Reddit R music bullshit. And it's just funny because it's connected to my subsection of the internet. I know a little bit about what's going on, and that was just one of the worst fucking arrangements of a song that I've heard a lot in my life that I've ever heard. I didn't really think you could fuck it up aside from trying to sing it. You know what I mean? And not being good enough to, but wow. But with all this in, you know, shout out Steve Limbaugh. Limbaugh forever. Limbaugh laugh love, as I'm sure his mom has up in stickers somewhere near his piano.